Drew Scott shares the sweet way 2-year-old son Parker greets him when he comes home. Drew Scott's 2-year-old son, Parker, reminds him of the power of coming home to a house you love. Drew and Jonathan Scott surprise clients with home transformations for a living, as seen in their latest series, Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers, which premiered on HGTV November 13. But when work is done for the day and the brothers retreat to their respective homes in Los Angeles, Drew Scott gets his own sweet surprise from his 2 kids, he tells TODALI.com. From the moment he arrives home, Drew Scott says he plays a Where's Waldo like game with son Parker and his 5-month-old daughter, Piper, both of whom he shares with wife Linda Phan. Their playroom is up on the upper level, and then there's the living room. So whenever I come home, because I give Linda a heads up when I'm almost home, inevitably they're at one of the windows, he says. That's just for me is always a sweet thing. But Drew Scott says Parker is the brains behind the adorable operation. Typically, it'd be Parker because his head, not even his chin, just from his mouth to the top of his head, is over the window frame. So if I'm looking closely, I'll find him, he describes. And he's tapping on the window, it's this little soft tap. And then as soon as he sees me, he starts to wave the hand. Jonathan Scott tells he has a very different experience coming home to his fiancée Zooey Deschanel's kids, 9-year-old daughter Elsie, and 7-year-old son Charlie. Wait until they're to open their door and go outside and terrorize you, because when I come home, the kids will be hiding in their playhouse and they'll jump out, he says, letting out a scream for emphasis. But you do kind of feel you wouldn't have done the same thing as a kid? Drew Scott asks his twin. 100% I would have done the same thing, the interior designer quickly responds. On November 8, Drew Scott shared a glimpse at how his 2 young ones wait for him by the window on Instagram, with the caption, "Coming home to these cuties makes every day better." His brother cheekily responded in the comments, "Are they watching for Uncle Jonathan?" with a heart eyes emoji at the end of his message. It's no secret how much Jonathan Scott loves being an uncle. After Drew Scott announced Parker's birth in June 2022, his twin shared a sweet tribute to Parker on Instagram. "Get ready, I'm gonna spoil you," he penned, in part. The spoiling seemed to work, as Drew Scott tells TODALI.com that Parker can't get enough of his uncle when he comes over. He knows Uncle Jonathan. Like, when they're over for dinner, every 5 minutes, Parker is like, "Hi, Uncle Jonathan," Drew Scott explains. "I'll literally be sitting in front of him the whole time, and randomly, every 2 minutes, 'Hi,' Jonathan Scott confirms." Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers airs new episodes on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. ET on HGTV and is available to stream on Max and Discovery. Property Brothers Drew and Jonathan Scott, to headline new HGTV series, Chasing the West. Property Brothers stars Drew and Jonathan Scott are returning to their ranch-living roots in Chasing the West, Big ET. HGTV has given a green light to the 8-episode series starring the home remodeling and renovation experts. In the series, the brothers, who grew up on a cattle ranch, will help families who wish to escape hectic city life or own land discover the incredible attributes and unique challenges of ranch living, including adapting to a slower pace, tending livestock, and growing produce. The series will feature sprawling landscapes in Arizona, California, and Texas, and will debut on the network in summer 2025. For more than a decade, Drew and Jonathan have made families' dreams of a beautiful home a reality, and they'll continue that journey in a brand new way in Chasing the West, said Lauren Rutch, head of content, HGTV. Now millions of fans will see the brothers in a different light when they share their strong passion and vast knowledge of ranch living with regular people just like us hoping to make a major lifestyle change. Other Scott Brothers series streaming on Max and Discovery Plus include Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers, Brother vs. Brother, and Celebrity IOU. Chasing the West, WT, is produced by Scott Brothers Entertainment, with Drew and Jonathan serving as executive producers.